Yes, YouTube, hope that you're good. It's Ben Hawksworth at the Coach Consultant, and it's snowing today. I thought I'd change things up a little bit of dynamic background because I'm always filming in the office. And I am quite mindful that I'm filming in the same scenario all the time, but in reality it's the best place and most practical place I can film. So I hope you like the repetition of different angles inside my office, and I'm not going to be jumping around to loads of different countries all the time like you might see on YouTube. But that's got nothing to do with this YouTube video in any way, shape or form. What I will be talking about is the 10 must-dos for online coaching success. So after speaking to, working with, and in my experience and in my opinion, one of the hardest things that you actually have to do in business is know that you're going in the right direction all the time. You can often come through and feel like you're going through paralysis by analysis, you're overthinking, and obviously there's a risk of just kind of focusing on the wrong thing at the wrong time. So just as a little bit of a prompt here, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go over to my Instagram and I basically built out a 2025 success list. Or if you actually comment on this video, I'll send you the list there, but that's literally an actionable sheet where you can go through and tick loads of different variables associated with a lot more in depth than what I'm going to be covering on this video today. But basically, in essence, I'm going to do the top 10 things. If you focus on these top 10 things at all times, consistently, thoroughly, and at the best level that you can, in my opinion, you cannot not see success. Right, getting straight into it, you've got number one, and that is your offer. And please don't click off now like another business mentor talking about an offer. I'm going to explain why. So you'll basically see this all the time where it's like you need to have an irresistible offer, and I think I've got a YouTube video called that. But in essence, in reality, your offer is the foundational structure for absolutely every single thing that you do. And it is the one thing that will make all of these variables work on the board. So when you've got a really strong offer and you're confident with your offer and your niche resonates with your offer, you're gonna have more authentic content, you're gonna have a better dynamic sales script, you're gonna have a better appointment booking system, you're gonna have a better value to your program. Absolutely every single variable of what you do from this point to see success will come back to what you are actually offering, how you are articulating, and how you are presenting it to your audience. The next one off the back of that is authentic content creation. And this is something what will take you a while to really get used to. So I'm over 10 years into the fitness industry now, 5 years mentoring, and I would say that I've only just really started to really find my feet with authentic content. Rationale for that is I've been an online coach, event organizer, meal prep company. I've been so many different people in so many different lives that I've really struggled, but I feel like I'm on it now. The next thing is coming in and you've got dynamic sales script. So there's a massive kind of emphasis on sales script. But what we basically find is that people start to become heavily robotic and heavily reliant on a script. So you could get 1,000 people onto a sales call. 1,000 people will have slightly different problems, a slightly different situation, a slightly different personality, a slightly different concept or perspective that they had in their head, slightly different goals. There's going to be 1,000 different variations. So you cannot come in and have a static sales script, because if you are static trying to approach it in the exact same way, in the same format, without the right type of skills and understanding and ways that you can manipulate and basically support them to make their decision, then you're going to be at a bit of a loss straight away. So your dynamic sales script is an absolutely fundamental element of this process. Appointment bookings you get, how good your offer is or how good your content is, if you're not good at closing sales and if you don't stay dynamic, then the process breaks down. From that point, then that's when you focus on making sure that you've got the right type of appointment booking system. I cannot count the amount of people who have come to me before previously where they've invested a lot of money in appointment booking systems, setters, VAs, they've got lead magnets, they're getting all these leads, they're getting all these calls, but they can't fucking close, right? And the rationale for that is they're doing it the wrong way around. You need to have a dynamic sales script and the ability to convert at a high percentage rate prior to pushing volume into that system. If you push volume into a sales call system, that's shit. You're not going to get sales. So just from a logical and easy way to process it, understand it, you have to know how to close sales before even trying to attempt to get a lead. That means that when you get 100 leads through the door, you can start aiming towards that 50 to 60 conversion metric, which would be fucking ridiculous, obviously depending on how many you're getting. But that's basically what we're looking for. Offer authentic content, because authentic content is going to be the baseline structure for people to actually trust you, connect with you and grow your audience, especially now in 2025. Then number 5 is making sure that you've got a unique value program behind what you are doing. right? If we look at that graph again, so I'll just do another little chart up at the top. If I put a square chart on there, and let's just say the market saturation is all in the same place. So if you're in a saturated position up at the top, that means that you're heavily competing with loads of different people all the time. The thing that's going to basically separate us and divide us from that group there is making sure that we've got a unique value proposition with our actual offer, authentic content, and then in terms of what we are actually doing inside our program. That is how we are going to get away from that. And if I just did a graph, I've actually got a YouTube video on this. If I did a graph there, let's just call that higher money, and then you've got retention, for example. Standard operating procedures. I run my company on a complete comprehensive standard operating procedure called EVO 2. So every system, every strategy, every SOP, and every form of documented structure is available to all of our clients at all times, and it's available to all of our one-to-one clients all the time. It's available to my team all of the time because it gives a standardized exact structure on how you should be doing things. So whether this is for your own team, whether this is for your clients, whether this is for additional staff coming in, you have to have standard operating procedures in documented format. Otherwise, you cannot scale because you can have too much operational drag in terms of the bullshit that you have to do with custom approaches and having to continuously adjust and refine because you've not just spent the time to build out those SOPs. Next up is time blocking. This is the number one area that I see high performance directors failing in. I will do a YouTube video on my own time blocking schedule at some point. If you want that, drop it into the comments, right? My time blocking schedule starts at 4 a.m. and it ends at 8:30 p.m. Absolutely every single thing that I need to do in terms of looking after myself as a human being, in terms of being a dad, in terms of being a husband, in terms of being a consultant, in terms of being a director, in terms of content creation, email writing, marketing, management, performance reviews, checkups, to-do lists, everything is time blocked in my calendar at all times. If it's not time blocked in my calendar, it won't get fucking done, right? And that might be similar for where you are right now. When you start coming into obviously really pushing up and scaling and starting a business, you start to quickly realize there is a lot more to this than just posting content, right? So you need to make sure that you are heavily managing yourself in terms of actually time blocking everything. From that point, task management sheets. I run a seven-figure company, right? I manage my to-do list booklet, what looks like this, next to my desk. I've done it since day one, and it works for me, and I find it easy. I just write out everything that I need to do on my notes. I put that down on my desk, and then I have time blocked in my calendar in terms of admin and to-do list. So when it comes to that hour, first thing I do, just go over there, complete what's next in order. What's next in order, what's next in order. And for me, that's how I personally manage it. Like this here is actually a journal that I recently created and added in 2025, which adds in a 20-minute block every day, just focusing on YouTube ideas, content creation, and emails. Next one from that point is lead magnets. It is not 2010. Right? It's not 2010 anymore. It's not where people are just going to come through the door, book calls with you and sign up, right? It's just not how it works in any way, shape or form. We have to be giving out a lot more free value to then get trust, to generate opportunities, to generate conversations, to get people's data and then get that lead acquisition moving in obviously to our appointment booking system there, as we can see. And then bottom line, guys, it's consistency. So if I basically looked at a volume, that'd be like 52 marketing meetings, 52 operations meetings. That would be 14 workshop days. That would be 2 live calls every single week. So that is 104 live calls a year. That is a daily email that I'm now sending out. That's 3 YouTubes per week. That's 5 pieces of content across multiple platforms. Start thinking about that. What I did there basically is, rather than looking at what do you need to do for the next week, start thinking about what I need to do for the year. In order for me to manage my company, to manage my team, to manage my clients, to manage my content, to manage my marketing, manage my acquisition, manage my sales, this is the volume that I need to do every single week. And in order to see impact and refinement and improvement in that, I need to stick to this for the next 12 months. Right? And I'll have different review points throughout the actual process. But consistency is absolutely everything, because consistency is going to be consistent with how you are improving and articulating and understanding and evolving your offer. Consistency with how you are going to be authentic and present your actual true personal brand on social media. Consistency with how you are going to actually refine and review and improve your actual dynamic sales script structure. Consistency in terms of your actual appointment booking and setting system. Consistency with your unique value of your actual program and the evolutions. Consistency with never stopping building standard operating procedures and SOPs, because your company is evolving, it's getting better, it's improving. Build more SOPs to make sure it's standard operated. Then we've got time blocking. Be consistent, where you actually time block weekly, you review your routine, see how you can improve it, and then go into the next thing after that. Lead magnets, you've then got that. So for example, I do one resource per month and I do one live webinar per month. Why do I do that? Because I know I can stick to it, right? I could do 4 lead magnets in a month, but I wouldn't be able to stick to it. So what's the point? Because all of this bottom line will continuously come back down to consistency, guys. So 10 must-dos for online coaching, quickly come over here, is 1, make sure that you've got an incredible offer that you're confident with. Number 2, authentic content. Number 3, dynamic sales script. Number 4, appointment booking system. Number 5, unique value to your program. Number 6, standard operating procedures. Number 7, time blocking daily routine. Number 8, daily management sheets. Number 9, lead magnets. Number 10, consistency. So if you enjoyed this episode, please let me know, drop into the comments. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe. If you want to know how we can help you with all of those variables there, then there's a link somewhere in my bio, and it's got a full video about kind of bits what we do and how we do it and who we've worked with and what results that we've got. So see you on the next episode.